Hey guys, happy Easter weekend. This is Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, when I started 5 months ago, I had 22 subscribers. And beyond tenfold, right? I'm not great in math, but beyond tenfold. And I just thank you guys so much. Everybody that celebrates Easter, happy Easter. Passover, happy Passover. If neither nor, happy weekend, guys. I hope it's great for you. I celebrate Easter, and I'm looking forward to that. It's my favorite holiday. I've mentioned that before. It's my favorite holiday. Guys, so when Gypsy Rose says, I want to stay out of the public eye, then why does she feel the need to let us know that she's separating with her husband? How does that affect what Lifetime has spent money on as far as that documentary that's supposed to follow her and Ryan around in their life, when we already know the spoiler at the end, they don't make it? How could that be okay when they keep stump on all the shows, like on Sister Wives, on 90 Day Fiancé, yet we know that Gypsy and Ryan didn't make it. And why is that? Because Gypsy wants to keep so quiet, she felt the need to tell us so. How do you think that's going to work with Ryan? Did he sign an NDA? Did he sign where he can't talk about it? Where he's not allowed to discuss anything. Could he have signed that with Lifetime? Could he have signed that before he married Gypsy Rose? Gypsy Rose that smart? Or is the stepmom, Christy Blanchard, that smart? Can you see Gypsy living with Rod and Christy? Because again, I don't think there's any real great love there between Christy and Gypsy. I don't want to say much about Rod, but he really didn't show up. And he was able to show up because you see all the pictures. So, the times that he uses excuses that he knew where his daughter was. She didn't go from house to house to house. That's not the way she lived. I lived that way, and my dad was able to keep up. She stayed for longer periods of time in homes. So that's just a bunch of crap. Again, still a little discrepancy from me. I'm not too sure who her dad is. I wouldn't bet my money on it, I'll tell you that right now. But the fact that she and Ryan have separated, and I can't see them getting back together unless she's forced to by probation or parole or anything else. I think that he will bend over backwards. I don't think he has a lot of self-esteem, so I think he would bend over backwards and do whatever it took to be with Gypsy. But I think Gypsy is now, apparently, she's talking to Ken. Ken was that tall guy that she was engaged to before Ryan. She said 250 people wrote to her. I could believe that a lot of people wrote to her. A lot of people are curious about her. But how many people went out of their way to go and see her when she was in prison? Pen pal stuff, and I believe she got money from a lot of pen pals. That's what Rachel Garlick, her cellmate and best friend in jail, who Rachel named her daughter after Gypsy. Gypsy is the godmom to Rachel's kids, yet she totally has blown Rachel off. She's gaslit Rachel, and she used Rachel just like she does everybody else. We know the cycle. So why? All of a sudden, why did she marry Ryan? I think she married Ryan to not go live with her dad and stepmom, because I think she needs, and that's another thing, she needs an address. You can't just decide where you're going to go live. You have to get permission to leave one resident when you're on probation or parole to go to another. So she had to get permission. She probably would have been better off staying where she was at with that address if she's able to live alone, because definitely they have to be able to find you. You can't just go live in different places. You need permission for that. So this separation had to have taken some time, because she needed to get permission to change addresses, because you can't do that unless there's an absolute emergency, which we would have known about because the police would have been called on that. So this is just Gypsy getting bored because Gypsy doesn't know how to sit. She spent all that time in prison, didn't get to know herself, didn't get to like herself any better, and constantly needs to change everything because she can't sit still with herself. Here, she is a person that needs a lifetime of therapy to understand what she did so that she could feel some remorse. For every action, there's a reaction. Being that there's no remorse or feel bad about what she did to her mom, it's coming out in different ways. This is a psychopath. This is psychopathic behavior. That's just what it is when you just have such disregard. But it's going to be interesting because I'm interested to see if Ryan has anything to say, because if he can, I guarantee you he will say it, because he strikes me as the type of guy that doesn't like his pride to be hurt. Probably somebody that feels like he gave away and gave up so much. Think about it. How would you like to be known? You lose everything. You've divorced this infamous woman. You are known for this infamous case. How do you get a job anywhere else? What are you known as? Gypsy Rose Blanchard's husband. How denied could you be, man? How denied could you be? Especially when was it? Like a couple weeks, a couple months or something. I think it was a couple weeks before the wedding, when Gypsy says, I had a dream that Ken called me up and I left you to be with Ken. And somehow he sees that, oh, look, she's telling me the truth. Yeah, she's telling you the truth, dumbass. She's telling you she's going to leave you if Ken's available. And guess what? I think Ken's available. Did you get what you deserve, Ryan? I don't believe somebody who's falling in love with somebody and that person is feeding you a bunch of garbage. I don't necessarily blame the person that's eating the garbage. But now it's like you need to see at this point that that's what you've been eating is the garbage. And now it's like, what is your marriage? Because you know deep in your heart. You just got to own up to it, Ryan. It's over. I don't know what you're going to do with your... Write a book. If you're able to write a book, write a book. Because I don't know who's going to hire you. Would you hire him as a school teacher? Working with kids? That's his field, right? Would you hire him as a counselor? Do you think that that's the person that you would tell your problems to because they got their life together so well? Guys, what will be of Ryan Anderson? Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Thanks for everything. Please like, subscribe, and share. As always, guys, communicate in the comments. I do. And I love when we can communicate together. I love the community that we've built. I'm very proud to be a part of that. And I thank you so much for everything, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Don't forget, be better today than you were yesterday, but not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Thanks, guys.